Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending on when you're going to be seeing this video. It's your brother, your boy, Cos Reps Corner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
I don't wanna fall in love, I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love.
You know, there are some things that are said and things that are done, and I keep on wondering how we got here. The person you are seeing now, his name is RENO OMOKRI. RENO OMOKRI is a social media influencer. Will I say philanthropist, or will I say a social activist? Let me use that word. I don't really know what he does in particular. I don't really know. I can't pinpoint what he does. But it's like a political critic. Let me use that word. RENO OMOKRI have been on the social media space for long. I'm not going to make this video very long. I'm going to try to break it so that you hear. When this issue of sexual harassment came up between Senator NATASHA ACCÈÄ and Senator Gistlover, RENO OMOKRI rushed out to the social media space to try to defend Senator Gistlover using his own story, his own case, his own issue as a yardstick or as an example to explain the kind of person that Senator Natasha is. Now, when I saw this video, I thought that it's really true that what Senator Natasha was doing was really wrong. At a point, my second instinct told me, no, just calm down and don't say anything about it. So I kept quiet all this while, only for me to say something today, and that's why I'm doing this video. Senator Natasha ACCÈÄ has come out to reply the comment of RENO OMOKRI. And if you watch the two videos, you can differentiate who is saying the truth and who is lying. RENO OMOKRI made a comment and said they compensated him based on what he said, based on my findings. That was what RENO said. Senator Natasha came out to say that he was in the country, but he claimed he was not. You hear the different story. Let me tell you, please, I want us to leave sentiment aside. I beg you. If you are in this content, if you are in this story, if you are in this issue, if you want to get the fact of this issue, I want you to leave sentiment aside. RENO OMOKRI is your person, leave it aside. Senator Gistlover is your uncle, leave that aside. Senator Natasha is your auntie, leave that aside and judge this matter fairly. Now, we are going to watch two videos. I want you to please check your passports while watching this video so that you'll be sure. Check on the details pointed so that you'll be sure. Check also on the facts given so that you'll be sure. And if possible, if we have people who were with RENO OMOKRI in the United States where he claimed to travel, can they come out to confirm it? And also, if we have people with RENO that was in Nigeria or was in Africa when this whole issue happened, please let them confirm it. These are the only two ways we can ascertain who is saying the truth. But from the proof and from looking my own passport, I'm telling you, Senator Natasha has a point. And yes, I am being forced to say that publicly. Senator Natasha has a point, because there is difference between a stamp of entry and a stamp of exit. If you are conversant with travels, I just came back from Nigeria. I confirmed it with my own passport. And based on what I saw in my passport and other two of my friends' passport, I have done research to it. I am very sure that something is missing in RENO's story. Please, let's relax. I want you to calm down and watch these two videos, okay? And please tell me what I said, if I was wrong or right, okay? Having said, I want to thank you all for always watching my content. I want to appreciate you all for the love and the care, okay? For those of us who have not subscribed, please, I beg you, subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share so that we can move this minutes to a permanent side. The coming next time to see me on your screen, guys, and leave us with this video of RENO OMOKRI accusing Senator Natasha ACCÈÄ for also alleging to accuse him of sexual harassment, just as she has done to the Senate President Gistlover, and also the reply of Senator Natasha to RENO OMOKRI on his claim, and to prove him wrong that he was really in the country when the incident occurred. Please watch these two videos. Give me your reply, opinion, comment, and reaction in the comment section.
On Tuesday, October 12, 2021, Natasha ACCÈÄÄ had a dispute with me, and after the dispute, she went on social media and accused me of sexually harassing her. She claimed that at a state banquet at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, held by President Goodluck Jonathan for the visiting Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta on Tuesday, May 6, 2014, I had sexually harassed her. Now, the thing is, a month before, the Chibok girls had been abducted. And as one of his presidential spokesmen, President Jonathan sent me to the United States as a special envoy to try to clean up Nigeria's image. I left in April, and I wasn't back in Nigeria until the end of May. So obviously, Natasha Akpoti lied. So what I did, I went on social media and I published my passport stamp with my passport leaving Nigeria and then entering the United States, showing the stamps. And I also published a first-class British Airways ticket showing that I left Nigeria for the United Kingdom and from the United Kingdom to the United States, and I wasn't in Nigeria throughout the time when Natasha Akpoti accused me. So she obviously lied. So what happened is that after the newspapers published my evidence, Natasha deleted all traces of her accusation. She deleted everything. She had made a video insulting me and my wife and my newborn daughter. She also deleted that. The next day, I got a phone call from a prominent Christian clergyman. And they felt that, okay, as a fellow pastor, I would listen to a member of the body of Christ. This is a senior member of the body of Christ. He called me on three-way with Emmanuel Oishejolomi Akpoti, I think Uduaha rather. Emmanuel Oishejolomi Uduaha, Natasha Akpoti's present husband. And they appealed to me, they quoted the scriptural references about Christians taking each other to court. And I listened to them. And we settled the matter out of court. I was paid a large amount of money as damages. And I let the matter go. So, fast forward, 4 years later, Natasha Akpoti had a dispute with the Senate president. And then, after that dispute, she went on Arise TV and accused him of sexual harassment. It sounds like deja vu. Now, the thing is, I do not know if those allegations are true. But one thing I know is that Natasha Akpoti is a liar, a known liar. So, here's the thing. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Before Nigerians crucify Senator Godswill Akpabio, I would encourage people like Obi Ezekwesili and others now agitating to ask Natasha Akpoti to take a lie detector test. It's very easy. Take a lie detector test. Come out, take the test, be escorted by one senator that is in your support and another senator that is just objective. Or if you don't want that, then you can actually go with Obi Ezekwesili herself. And then a third party, maybe somebody from CAN or from the National Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs or some other objective body. Do a lie detector test. Because if you think about what happened to me, if I didn't have the ticket and my passport stamp and even videos and photographs of me in the State Department in Washington and later at my son's school in San Francisco, everybody would have believed that I sexually harassed Natasha Akpoti. So because I had evidence, she retracted her false allegations and deleted every trace of them. Now, just assume that I'm lying. Just Google Natasha Akpoti accuses RENO OMOKRI and just read about the facts. It was carried by Punch, Guardian, Vanguard, even this day. So the thing is, I don't know if what she's saying right now is true. But until she takes a lie detector test, the presumption is that she is acting on her past behavior. My name is RENO OMOKRI. Thank you for watching this.
Good afternoon, Nigerians. I am Natasha Akpoti, the Kogi State gubernatorial candidate to the 2019 elections. It's an honor to be connected with you and to be given a chance to clarify some issues that came up during the face-off between Mr. RENO OMOKRI and myself. I did lay some accusations against him of being flirtatious towards me at the May 2014 state banquet dinner held in honor of President Uhuru Kenyatta, which of course led to the signing of the bilateral agreement between Kenya and Nigeria. Now, Mr. RENO OMOKRI debunked my accusation, saying that he wasn't even in the country on that day. He went as far as saying he wasn't in Nigeria for the whole of May and the better part of June. And he went forth to put out pages of his international passport, especially those that contain stamps, which he leans on to bolster his claim. So according to his post, he said, I might have seen his ghost, and his ghost might have been the one that made the advances towards me. But you see, my fellow Nigerians, I'm here to let Mr. Reno Omokri know that we are not as gullible and as stupid as he thinks we are. And I would like to call on the expertise of the Nigerian immigration officers to kindly join in clarifying the stamps in his passport. I have made a printout of his passport page, as you can see. I hope it's clear enough. This is his biodata page, and here is the page with the 3 stamps. Now, Mr. Reno said that he left Nigeria on the 28th of April 2014 and returned on the 23rd of June 2014. Many people believed what he said. Should I say, few people believed what he said. Because indeed, there is a stamp showing 23rd of June 2014. But if you are a traveler and you have traveled outside Nigeria, you realize that there are 2 stamps that the Nigerian immigration usually issues. One is that which is stamped for travelers leaving Nigeria, which has the SOD, meaning seen on departure. And the other stamp, which is issued for travelers arriving in Nigeria, and it has the SOA stamp, which is seen on arrival. So let's see what stamp Mr. Reno Omokri's, what date Mr. Reno Omokri's stamp of the 23rd of June has. What does it carry? On top here, you will see SOD, which means on the 23rd of June 2014, Mr. Reno Omokri departed Nigeria. He traveled out of Nigeria. Mr. Reno Omokri did not arrive in Nigeria on the 23rd of June. He left Nigeria. The upper stamp you see here is 23rd of July 2014, and it has SOA, which means seen on arrival. It means Mr. Reno Omokri was in Nigeria on the 23rd, in Nigeria on the 22nd, in Nigeria a week before, a month before. And that means Mr. Reno Omokri was present in May at the dinner, because I know I saw him, and he only traveled outside the shores of Nigeria on the 23rd of June 2014 because it was stamped SOD, seen on departure. He spent a month on holiday and then returned to the country on the 23rd of July. It's here. The immigration officers would not be stupid enough to make a silly mistake and swap the stamps. Now also you might ask, what about the April 28 American stamp, which he says proves his entry? Now this is actually a parole stamp, which can stand as a parole visa. Now this is not a regular stamp that is given to visitors who are entering the United States of America. A parole visa, which your Google search can help you, is given to people who are on the watch list, sometimes people who are on the terrorist list, people who are not visitors, who are not free, who don't have the liberty to stay in America without being monitored closely by the immigration officers and police. That is when they are issued the parole visa. I don't know what offenses Mr. Reno Omokri might have committed there, but this parole visa, even though it's a 2-year visa, 2-year stamp, even though it holds April 28, 2014, valid till 16 July 2016, it doesn't mean he stayed there that long. It doesn't mean that he stayed there for 1 month or 2 months. It could mean that he entered America, spent 1 day, spent 2 days, however it is. He definitely returned to Nigeria for him liberty to stay in America without being monitored closely by the immigration officers and police. That is when they are issued the parole visa. I don't know what offenses Mr. Reno Omokri might have committed there, But this parole visa, even though it's it's a 2-year visa, 2-year stamp, even though it states it holds April 28, 2014, valid till 16 July 2016, it doesn't mean he stayed there that long. It doesn't mean that he stayed there for 1 month or 2 months. It could mean that he entered America, spent 1 day, spent 2 days, however it is. He definitely returned to Nigeria for him to have been able to travel on the 23rd of June. But what Mr. RENO OMOKRI has not shown Nigerians is his arrival stamp into Nigeria after this visit of April 28. He refused to show us that stamp, which is possibly on other pages in his passport, or it could either be in his diplomatic passport, his official passport, because most government officials actually have either the blue or the red passport. So Mr. RENO OMOKRI, I am telling you now that you were in Nigeria at the state banquet dinner. That was such an August event, and you were the head of new media for Mr. President. There is no way you would have missed that gracious event. You were there, and you were in the country, because that is what your stamp says. It's here, 23rd of June. You were stamped in, and you can actually see the arrow. Now, it is not possible. Time moves ahead. We don't go back in time for you to say, okay, you left Nigeria on the 23rd of June 2014 and arrived America April 28. It's not possible. We don't go back in time. We move ahead. So what you need to do, Mr. RENO OMOKRI, if you want to convince Nigerians, is provide the stamp, the immigration stamp, that is between April 28 and 23rd of June 2014 to prove that you actually entered, spent time, and departed. You can even see the arrow going out of the box, which shows the traveler leaving Nigeria, and in all seen on arrival, the arrow, where is it, comes in. So I hope I've been able to draw your attention to the misconception in Mr. RENO OMOKRI's post, stating that he was not in the country and that I was just I only created these accusations to smear his image.
I did a video after one Natasha Acccorszáէ made some false allegations against me. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that before I did that video, I talked to my lawyer. The first person I called Chief Mike Ozekome San. Now, he's my official lawyer. However, he told me, oh, Reno, I can't do this case because in 2019, I was Natasha Acccorszáээ's lawyer at the Election Petition Tribunal when she sued Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi. So I called another lawyer, and the lawyer saw the evidence and says, wow, this woman is finished. And then I was enthusiastic. I was going to release all the evidence, and he told me, no, don't do that. You see, she claims that you made a pass at her during a state banquet for Uhuru Kenyatta. If you release all this evidence that shows unequivocally that you were not in Nigeria, she's going to lie, and she will say, oh, I made a mistake, it was at another event. What you have to do, Reno, is release only a bit of the evidence, but give her wiggle room whereby she can point to some defects and say, it's not correct, you are lying. So I had all the evidence ready. So instead of publishing everything, I only published just one page of my passport stamp and the biodata page, giving the impression that though I left Nigeria on April 28, 2014, that I returned, and then you see the stamp there, and that stamp, that stamp, you just see the stamp there, it was there, to fool her. Well, she fell for my lawyer's trap, and today, about an hour ago, she went on her Facebook page and then she implicated herself seriously. So now we are going to release more evidence. I'm going to now show the second passport stamp, which is on another page, which I did not expose yesterday, which you will see it is a stamp on arrival at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, and you see there, you can see that stamp. It's going to show up on the screen. Now, I am probably the #1 opponent, or rather critic of the Buhari administration. So if I'm lying, I expect the Buhari administration to go and expose me. You know, if I'm lying, they are the ones sponsoring the Natasha Akpodi. We have evidence to that effect. You know, so if I am, if I'm lying or if I'm not true, let them go and expose me. And not only that, you know, when this case gets to court, if it gets to court, we have a statement from British Airways, because I flew British Airways from Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport to London Heathrow, and I did a stopover, and then from London Heathrow to San Francisco, and then on my way back. So throughout the days, Uhuru Kenyatta was in Nigeria from May 4, 2014 to May 7, 2014. Throughout those days, I was not in Nigeria. So this girl said I made a pass at her during that event. How could I have made a pass at her in Nigeria when I was in San Francisco? You can see that this girl is a blackmailer. This girl is a liar. And the people of Kogi, is this the kind of character that wanted to be your governor? This dishonest character? The evidence is there, it's unimpeachable. You know, any newspaper house, radio station, media house, whatever that wants to come and look at it, I will provide the passport. I will give you the passport. It is there. You know, I mean, a clear conscience fears no accusation. The truth should not be defended. You just unleash it. My name is RENO OMOKRI. Thank you for watching.